some different music on. Maybe it was that. That is just hilarious. Have you ever seen anything with such a struggle? Have you ever seen anything with such... I should have called it a critical evaluation of the degradation of society or something. You know, I think it's because it's mindfulness, it's being silly. I should have called it the collapse of society and the future of video gaming in general. I think that would have been a better idea. A lesson learned. A lesson learned. Do we want to recap again? My plan was to just lift it and straight up do a copy into the moments onto YouTube. I can't see myself doing that. I can't see myself doing that in like 5 parts. I'm going to have to think of a different way to do that. Okay. By now, in the previous 73 parts of this little mindful activity, we've had the opportunity to write your name a lot. You've had the opportunity to write your name in the most beautiful handwriting you could come up with. And in that moment, you associated such positive, wonderful things to you, your name, and the page. It was great. Then we wrote the date so we can always remember how wonderful this date on the 9th of the 9th, 2021 was, while we're feeling very, very great about our names on the page. Then we drew 4 little blocks. And each of these blocks we associated an emotion to and a color attached to the emotion. For happy, we associated a color with warmth in it, like yellow or orange. Made us happy. The sun, egg yolks, I don't know, sunflowers. And after we drew the little box and wrote the word happy in it, we colored the little circle in with yellow and wrote a little happy memory of our day. For me, I got a mail from a friend I haven't heard from in a while, and here is my stick figure drawing showing that. This little section I call Stickfigure Feelings. So that was my first stick figure feeling. The emotion that made me calm, or a moment that made me calm in this day, is I had a look at mandalas because I wanted to use appropriate terminology. Because even though this is my little process to think about the day and celebrate the day and just remember a few things in the day and anchor myself to that moment, I wanted to use appropriate language and terminology and see if it's okay if I use the word mindfulness. So I found this thing on mandalas, and drawing the mandalas made me feel calm. Green, the color I chose there because it reminds me of summer and freshly cut grass. Does it feel like you've heard this about 5 times? Perhaps because the stream restarted 5 times. I'm just wondering. It could be. Sad, the color blue, because of distance and mountains and paintings and stuff. So here we go. I felt sad because I couldn't go for a walk today. I was too slow and the weather changed. So there's my drawing. That is a tree leaning backwards. That is wind. I don't even know if that's how wind is depicted. It is today. And in my stick figure drawing for angry, I'm changing this to be Windows forced an update and reset all my settings to I couldn't stream. It kept on resetting itself. I drew a rose from Beauty and the Beast for sad. Oh, since I had the time. Oh, excellent shade. I love it. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, that brings us to the final part of this little activity and the day. Now, I'm pretty sure your rose will be beautiful. So in the final part, or as I call it, part 3, is the actual little reflection part. Finally, we get to reflect. We took a very scenic journey to get to this point in time. And here we are on reflect. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sort of draw a pattern. And I call this the mindful moment. And I'm just going to make a little box because I kind of like little boxes. I like little sections for things. Oh, for somebody who's trying to not judge things, my judgment in my box is a bit weird. Whistler, we need to make me draw more handwritten notes. My box ability, my drawing ability it's fading. Wait, I cannot reflect. I don't have a mirror at hand. So for my reflection, what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much just going to have a mindful moment and draw some fun patterns. Hey, Venus. So what I wrote down for a summary for this one is in this little box, mindful moment, fun patterns. Be present in this moment. Be aware and see the pattern. Hear it drawn. It is not an accident you are here doing this. Enjoy this moment with me. So for my fun patterns, I am choosing to draw squares in circles and circles in squares. Venus, we're just doing a little mind cleanse activity, debriefing on the day. So welcome. Grab a pen and paper, draw along. My plan is to do a little summary of this and just put it in the channel. So yeah. Hey, Basics in Building. Welcome, welcome. We're doing a little activity where we are debriefing on the day. Debriefing, is that a word? Debriefing. I'm just talking through my little process on how I get through the day. I was very nervous in the beginning. I felt really scared. I had tummy cramps of anxiety. I felt I was hard on myself, and you know what? The internet has crashed 4 or 5 times and I'm not feeling nervous at all. So yeah. I ever reflect on my day or feelings? I don't even want to. Well, let me at a very high level tell you that it starts by putting your name on the page and celebrating and anchoring you to the moment. Then we draw 4 little boxes with the emotions that we've spoken to. We attach an emotion to a color, and we think about something that made you happy in that day, something that made you calm in the day, something that made you sad in the day, and something that made you angry. And then in the little boxes, you draw a little stick figure. I kind of call it Stickfigure Feelings because it's stick figures and feelings. And for example, here is me being very happy because I got a letter from a friend in Discord that I haven't spent any time with or haven't seen in a while. So it's just a little moment to reflect on something in the day that made you happy, something that made you calm. Look at my pretty mandala that I drew. Something that made you sad. I couldn't go for my walk. I was a little bit slow, and so I missed the opportunity. And something that made me angry is my tech issues, which seems to be persistent. The final part, or part 3, is just a little moment where we're going to, I call it mindful moment, because I like to label things myself. And this is just where I'm going to draw a little pattern. Yeah, and that's pretty much where we're at. That is what you've missed if you're just joining in now. So grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil, and draw along. It's kind of handy if you have some color pencils, but yeah. But that is really good. It helps to write feelings down because it helps your brain to process it and finish it in your mind. Yeah, it really is. It's really helped me, especially during lockdown, because I have a bit of cabin fever, and I felt a little bit depressed with all the lockdown things happening. But it's really just helped me center, you know.
Oh, hey,
so I'm happy with that.
Thank you.
Sal. The Sal subscribed at tier 1. Subscribed for 3 months on a 3-month streak. Hey Sal. Thanks for resubscribing. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And welcome to a little mindfulness activity where I'm just drawing and yapping along to delightful piano music in the background. I am doing part 3, what I call of my mindful moments, which is a fun pattern. You are welcome, dear Annie. You know, can I just take a moment to say thank you? I woke up this morning and I thought about it, and I was like, you know, how do you sort of like balance things? Because I didn't have a good day. I didn't have a very wonderful tip-top of the morning kind of day. And so doing this activity and just debriefing, I should stop saying debriefing. It sounds like I'm taking off my clothes. But it just, I feel validated, and I feel energized being here. And even subscribing, Sal, you've just made my day, because that means you appreciate what I'm doing as well. You support it, and I get weird and soppy, but thank you. Just thank you. same. I had to finish my thesis during full lockdown. Instead, I got burnt out. Reflecting, maybe? Yeah, it's definitely reflecting. I'll definitely also think of a better way to do this, because the internet zonking around. Is zonking an English word? I wanted to say conking out, but that sounds even weirder. So yeah, I'm just drawing circles and squares and squares and circles. Why not? What I find this does for me is it just locks your, it just takes it, it's a non-judgy kind of activity. So it just locks me in this moment and in this activity. I find that with crochet as well, actually. But it's just kind of cool. I'm not thinking about anything. I am just drawing circles. I am just drawing squares. And at the end, there will be an opportunity to do some thinking. But right now, I have one objective. Circles and squares. Oh, this is cool. The colouring in between the lines, it almost gives it like depth, doesn't it? Oh no, it's okay, Annie. I really appreciate your streams. They're a good time and a productivity space for me. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Use whatever word you want. Nobody is allowed to judge today. Thank you, Isla. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. I mean, in addition to the humour, I use air quotes when I say humour, of it rebooting 5 times. 6 times, a million gazillion times. You know, I even lit a candle. I started the stream off by lighting a candle. You're never going to hear that again. So sad. I have no time to chat, sorry. I need to draw. Diantha, you're supposed to de-stress, not stress yourself out. Enjoy the moment. Don't stress yourself out by it, just enjoy it. Oh, I better hit save. You know what happens if I don't? Weird things. The goblins come. Basics in buildings. I'm sorry you're hearing me swallow as well, because I've got the microphone like right here in my face. I got somewhat similar exercise for peeps who are not as creative with painting. To first just write everything down to make me frustrated, sad and angry, and afterwards you pause and take a breather to feel that weight off your shoulders. You focus on the things that made you happy that day. Everything is like everything tiny, like seeing a cat, putting your head on a pillow, making your bed, everything you can think of. I think it's very similar. I am not stressed right now, no worries. Oh good. I think it's very similar, basics in building. I have a couple of these that I do, and I do something very similar where I write it all down and then I let it go. I put it in little garbage bags or balloons and I watch it float away in my mind. So yeah, it's just a really, really nice time to just focus. And as for drawing, there's no judgment here. This is you're not supposed to be judging your drawing at all. As I wrote it down, I said, be present in this moment, be aware, see the pattern and hear it drawn. Observe without judgment. It's not an accident you are here doing this. Enjoy this moment with me. You can hear me reading it because I actually wrote it down. I wrote that down specifically. So yeah, little squares in circles and circles in squares. It's kind of cool that they're all different sizes. Big and small, small and big. Oh, I'm going to give it more of these. Can you guys hear the music? Or can you just hear my heavy breathing? I hope you can hear the music. And little square's going to go here. Oh, teeny tiny squares. That almost looks like a rose, doesn't it? I'm not hearing you breathing. You are the only one complaining about it. Thanks, Whistler. Just checking. Whew. There we go. So this fun pattern is our mindful moment. And I'm going to ask myself 3 questions at this point. The first question I'm going to ask myself is, what did I like about doing this? And I'm talking specifically about this pattern, but it could be about this entire activity. What did I enjoy about this? 1. Or what did I like? What did I like about this? And I think for me, I was so nervous when we started this, but I talked about this process like 5 times with each reboot. And I kind of liked being able to bring back the focus. So I kind of liked doing the activity because I could focus and refocus and refocus and refocus. So I kind of liked that in the end, I liked the focus. So I'm just going to call it the focus. I don't know if I should write it out or what anybody else does, but for me, I like the focus and the refocus. Because in that, it took away the scariness of it, and I could actually do it. I could actually finish the activity. As it says, 74 times when we started. The second thing I'm going to ask myself here is, it usually goes, what did I like? What did I not like? And what can I do better? So here I sort of bring a little bit of critical evaluation back. In the drawing itself, I don't have any critical evaluation, but in here I bring a little bit of critical evaluation back. So yeah, what also helps is exercise. Yeah, for you, you are a very healthy guy. Now I start going to the gym again. I had a first full night of sleep in months. That's wonderful, basics in buildings. I can't say that. Mens sana in corporo sano. A healthy mind in a healthy body. True. I'll give my bee a little taller thingy. Okay, what did I like about this? I liked that we could focus and refocus. So just a touch of critical thinking back at it. What didn't I like about it as much? I think, what didn't I like about it? It's not in my control, it's out of my control that the program shut down, but I didn't like that the program shut down. So what did I not like about this? Oh, I love this song so much. Oh, it's appropriate that it's playing. That the program shut down. Miko, we've missed you. Hey Miko, welcome back. We're doing a little mindful stream where I'm just debriefing the day. How have you been? Sal says, I learned it as anime. Sana incorporates Sano, which is what ASICS stands for, by the way. I have no idea what you just said, Sal, but I'm going to go with you know what you're talking about. For sure. Pretty much busy at work. Oh, well, welcome. You're in the right place here tonight. Allow me to tell you what we're doing. And I say allow me because I've rebooted about 20 times. Not that I'm prone to exaggeration in this moment, but the internet was a bit silly. So we've restarted this activity a few times. And it's how I debrief on my days, and especially on tough days. I had a tough day today, and mentally it was a tough day, but I'm feeling really relaxed now after doing this activity. So obviously it's conditioned me over time as well. And I'm going to talk us through this activity very briefly now that it's sort of kind of done. When we started, I started with a simulation of a white page. I use A4 because that's the standard we use in Australia, and that is what I'm used to. Let me hit Control S very, very discreetly. And when I start, I usually start by writing my name and the date. And when I do that, it anchors me in the moment. I try and write my name as prettily as possible, and I try and do it in a sort of calligraphy kind of style. I actually use a calligraphy pen when I write my name in my diary. And in that moment, there is a little bit of a positive affirmation and a positive association with my name and that moment. The date is really just to remind me of where we are and what the date is going to be when I look at it and try and remember. I then draw 4 little squares, and in it I sort of assign a color and an emotion. So for happy, I go with something bright, like I use yellow, but we've also just talked about how you can use orange or any color that makes you happy. I use calm, I use green for calm, and in that I think about summer, and I think about a freshly mowed lawn, and I think about the green leaves of the trees. For sad, I usually go with blue, not because blue is a color of sadness for everybody, or that all colors and shades and hues of blue is sad, but for me, when I think of blue and sadness, I think about distance, and the tyranny of distance. And even in paintings, when you think about distance, a mountain in the distance is painted in blue. For angry, I went with a classic red, just all that emotion in that moment, just over the top. So that's pretty much what we did. And then I filled in the moments. I sort of celebrated a happy moment, and I call this part Stickfigure, what do I call it? Stickfigure.
Yay! Woo!
Oh, what did I just hear? I heard a ding-a-ling. Hey Mocha, welcome to our stream. We're doing a little bit of a self-reflection activity and a mental awareness stream. Or can I call it mental awareness? Mental mindness is probably better. Stickfigure Feelings, that's the one. Thanks, Diantha. So when we fill in these little blocks, it is with Stickfigure Feelings. So for me, a happy moment was when I heard from a friend in Discord that I hadn't heard from in a while. What did the bot do? Is the bot not working again? Yeah, the bot probably broke, sorry. Hey Mocha, it looked very cool. Good. For calm, my moment is when I was researching to make sure I use proper terminology. I came across this lady doing mandalas, and I really enjoyed spending some time looking at her mandalas and then drawing some mandalas. So I kind of enjoyed doing that. For sadness, my emotion was, my stick figure drawing for sadness is that I couldn't go walking. I was too slow and the weather changed as it does in Melbourne. And you can see the wind here. The wind sort of is blowing around. And angry is, of course, Windows forced an update and reset all my settings. And I really can actually change that to I'm angry about the settings being broken in general. Let me discreetly see in the background if I can make the bot work. So that is our process at the moment and how far we've gotten. The final part of the activity involves a sort of judgment-free zone where we kind of do a I call it the mindful moment, and I also call the mindful moment my fun pattern moment. And what I did is I chose to draw squares inside circles and circles inside squares. And I wrote down specifically that when I do that, I want to be present in the moment. I want to be aware and see the pattern. I want to hear it drawn. I want to observe it without any judgment, because it is not an accident that you're here doing this and enjoying this moment. Okay, so I did a quick black screen to see if I can reset the bot. Oh, so the bot is working. Yeah. I must go eat and take my eyes off the screen, but I will be listening to you as a podcast on the phone. Thanks, Mocha. And thank you for the raid. So the final part of our little mindful moment is a reflection, and this is where we bring critical thinking back a little bit. Not hugely, but just a little bit. And I ask the question, I ask 3 things. And I'll zoom in, and Nightbot is broken. Botbot is okay. Oh, I just reset Botbot. I don't know about Nightbot. Let me quickly open Nightbot. So in the mindful moment, I ask 3 questions. I ask, what did I like about doing this? And the first thing I liked about doing this is with all the, let's see. Okay, well, so I think I managed to load up Nightbot again. Feel free to double check, yeah? So in my reflection of my mindful moment where I bring back my thinking is, what did I like about this moment? And I chose to focus on the moment that I drew with circles and squares and squares and circle, but it can also be, what did I like about the day, or what did I like about the entire activity? So for me, I went with focus and refocus. That is because of the technology. Okay, I did like that I could focus and refocus, and that even though I started scared, I wasn't scared by the end. What did I not like? I did not like that the program shut down, because every time Illustrator shut down, it just breaks the focus. But I'm glad that I was able to refocus. That made me happy. And then the third thing that I do at this point is I ask, what can I do better? Like, what can I do better next time? Or what would work better if I had to do this again? What can I do differently next time? Let me not add better as a judgment. So what can I do differently? I do usually say, what can I do better? What can I do better? Although I should probably not have a value judgment in there. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. What could I do differently? What can I do differently next time? And I think it would be handy to have a map already drawn out for this, because even though I found the activity helped me focus to draw the actual squares, I think it would be nice to actually have that pre-drawn. So I think I might, for next time, if I do this again, I would have a pre-drawn sections. And then here I ask the question, and I've run out of space, so I'll just quickly ask the question in a different color. And you will ask the question as well in your page, and you'll ask, how do I feel now? How am I feeling now? How am I feeling now? And for me, I'm feeling quite calm. I'm kind of feeling happy, but I'm also feeling calm. So I'm going to go with calm. Now I have various iterations of this. Sometimes I draw my blocks differently. Sometimes I start with an emotion in the beginning instead of the end. I try and keep it interesting for myself as well. Like I say, I've started doing this last year in June. So you are green, Annie. I am green today. And that is pretty much my one of my mindfulness activities in 3 sections. Section 1, like I said, just anchoring you to the day. Section 2 is my Stickfigure Feelings. Step 3, I just killed Illustrator again. Illustrator died again. Enjoy this black screen as I reopen it. Thank goodness I hit save. Totail. Hello, Totail. Welcome to the resilience stream. I called it a mindfulness stream, but really it's an exercise in building resilience. So yeah, that is pretty much one of my little processes. Like I say, every now and then, especially in lockdown, I I get a little bit cabin fevered. I get a little bit... There we go. Oh, thank goodness for the save button. Tomorrow's drawing will be what made you happy? Hitting save in Illustrator a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really kind of now with a little bit of a critical eye, because when we draw this, we don't have a critical eye. We just draw without judgment. I kind of like the way that this looked. I might do this again. Giant floppy disk for the win. It is a bit. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys drew along with us. I know Diantha has been drawing up a storm. Has anybody else followed along, or have you been listening and watching, or have I been background for you? Hopefully a storm. Oh, good. I hope that you've had value in this debriefing activity as well. What can I do differently next time? Pre-drawn sections. I'm going to give this some thought. Hit me up in Discord as well if you want to talk about it some more and if you want to see more of this. But yeah, I used my new colored brush pencils for the first time. That's nice. That sounds awesome. You are very talented. Every time you share with us your drawings, and especially your dot journal, you have amazing talent. I hope that you enjoyed this activity as well. Oh, good. Good. So there we go. A mindful moment. Oh, I like that. A mindful moment. You can take the marketer out of marketing, but you can't take marketing out of the marketer. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you got value out of it. I joined late. I just got home from the doctor's. I like what I've seen. Well, let me give you a quick, if you don't mind, let me give you a quick summary of what we've done, because I've said it a few times. My plan with this one was to sort of like do the activity and then upload it to YouTube in one go in case it could actually be of value to someone else. But we've had to restart and talk about it like 5 times. I've sort of, for example, said why I like blue instead of a different color a bunch of times. Thank you guys for humoring me. Ah, Shiri, guten Tag, Shiri. Wie spät ist es? It is 12:35. It is midnight. I'm going to quickly do a summary of my mindful activity. I've got a few of these that I do in my journal, but this is the one that we did. When we started, I was very, very nervous. And I was so nervous, I even had tummy cramps. I was just so anxious. And so going through this activity, even though I usually do it in my journal, I sort of used Illustrator for it, and just working through it, I feel so calm right now. It's wonderful. So thank you for humoring me and doing it with me. What I usually do is on the blank page, I start by writing my real life name in as beautiful a handwriting as I can. I actually have a calligraphy pen that I use for this, and after I write my name, it fills me with joy to see how beautifully it's written, and it's a little positive affirmation that links a positive feeling to my name and my name on the page. So I kind of like that. It anchors me in that moment. Ditto the date. I add the date on there so I can remember what I felt like when I did this. The second thing that I do then is I set up to do my Stickfigure Feelings section. And what that is I pretty much have 4 blocks assigned, and you can see them here. And what they are is I draw a circle, and I'll color that circle in a colored pencil. And I have a section for happy, calm, sad, and angry. And I assign for myself the color yellow to happy, because when I think of yellow and when I think of happy, I think of warm colors. I think of the sun. I think of an egg yolk. I think of a lemon. I think yellow. When I think of calm, I think of greens. I think of summer. I think of leaves. I think of the grass, but the summer grass, the green grass. When I think of sad, I've used blue for sadness, but that's because of the tyranny of distance. I think of of it as a painting. You know, when you see a mountain in a painting and it's in the distance, it's usually painted in blue. And then angry, of course, I went with red. So that's what I went with there. And then, of course, we filled it in and we did that together. So a moment for me, and it's of the day. It's not in general. It's this is my debrief activity for me for the day. My moment of the day that made me happy is getting a mail in Discord from a friend that I haven't heard from in a while. She's in California, and because I haven't heard from her in a while, I was very worried about her over time. So getting that mail from her made me really happy. What made me calm, the emotion that made me calm, is when I was double checking some of the terminology that I was going to use for this evening's activity, I came across a lady that does mini mandalas, and drawing along with some of her mandalas was really a fun focus activity, and that made me really, really calm. So yeah, that's the emotion I chose, or that's the image, my little stick figure drawing for calm that I used. For sad, I'm showing here the wind blowing a tree because I wanted to go walking. We had a sunny day in Melbourne, and it's nice to get sunny days. We had a sunny day yesterday as well, but I wanted to go for a walk, but I was a little bit too slow and the weather changed. So that's my little stick figure drawing of how it went down. Now, there's no judgment in these stick figure drawings, my stick figure feelings. It's just a little bit of a memory for the day. What made me angry is that Windows forced an update and reset all my settings. But of course, then I can add to that in doing this mindfulness activity, we rebooted a few times. So that is just a computer and Windows updating, which is quite funny. And then the third and final section, I call it a mindful moment. And again, I'm going to read what I wrote about it. It's really fun patterns, a mindful moment and fun patterns. And I've got here, be present in the moment, be aware, see the pattern and hear it drawn. Observe it without judgment. It is not an accident that you're here doing this. Enjoy the moment without a critical eye. So it's really drawing without a critical eye, without judgment. And I chose for my pattern drawing to draw circles in squares and squares in circles. And that was kind of funny. I didn't know where it would go or how it would go there, but I kind of enjoy where it went. And then this is where I start bringing a little bit of critical thinking back into it. And this is where the actual process happens, because at this stage, everything is now, I've celebrated different moments in the day, different emotions and whatnot. And I ask, what did I like about this? What did I not like? And what can I do differently? I sometimes say, what can I do better? But trying to not be judgmental, I went with differently. And what I liked about this activity is the focus and refocus, even though it came from a weird place with Windows or the internet or something keep on shutting down and restarting. The focus and refocus really helped me. And then I didn't like that the program shut down. What can I do differently next time? I can pre-draw the sections because I think that will be helpful. And then I sort of end with, how am I feeling right now? And that's why there is a grease circle in the end. I am feeling calm. All right, I got to go call my fiance. She is a little under the weather today. Sal, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for resubscribing. I really appreciate that you believe in me and that you show me that you believe in me as well. I feel very validated by that, and I feel very validated by you. Thanks for being here, Sal. Miko says, Sal, nice. Someone is lucky here. Yes, Sal is a good egg. Oh, I love how it's back at you, for sure. Thanks, Sal. Now, that's pretty much my mindfulness process. One of the gazillion that I have, because I do different sections and I do them in different orders and so on. Again, I'm not a mental health practitioner, although the more I do this, the more I think I might want to look into that a little bit more. And I really, really hope that you could have had a moment of benefit in that. That was interesting. Nigel, did you manage to do it along, or were you watching the process? The process in 20 parts, 30 parts, 40 parts. I love it. Oh, thanks, Totail. I'm glad I could give you a summary of it without the whole thing crashing down. It has been a little bit of a crashy kind of situation. So, yeah. Yeah. Don't jinx it. So even though it's not been a streaming night for me, I appreciate that everybody has been here and gave it a go. Thank you for the follow, Scruffy Pigeon from Hell. Desiree, thank you for the follow. Goodfoots. Narzix, thank you for the raid and hi. Thank you for the follow, Lululation. And Mocha, thank you so much for a raid as well. I love the no gaming parts of your stream, Annie. Thanks, Miko. I do like the gaming parts, of course. Oh, yeah, for sure. Very wholesome parts. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Yeah, clip the last 5 minutes. Perfect for... Yeah, we'll pretend that that's how it went. We'll pretend that I was nice and calm and not nervous at all. Yeah, that was it. Diantha, thank you so much for drawing along and being part of it. I cannot tell you how much it energizes me to know that you could benefit from it as well. Thank you so much. Sherry, why did the bot stop you? Though I still like to shoot you in the bum. Sherry, Monk still thinks that's me. Monkin still blames me for that. Yeah. Reminder for the people that just followed, due to the current hate raid fashion on Twitch, we had to put some measure in place for the safety of the stream and all the people in it, so you need to follow for a certain amount of time before being able to talk in here. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, true that. I really appreciated that people actually stick it out and then speak. I kind of appreciate that. So yes, definitely. Thank you very much for that. That thing is still on? No, I think it's subsiding, but there's a couple of things that we put in place just to be cautious and to be safe. So yeah, that's just one of the things. Miko, I didn't say bonjour. Bonjour, Miko. Comment ça va? I wouldn't think they would hate raid here. Feel sad? No, I haven't been hate raided. Not at all. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to try and be as protective of our community as I can. Yeah. No, that's pretty much where we will end it for the evening. I don't know what else I could add. I love the just chatting. Do you know what I did do? Nice, not so French accent, but nice all the same. It's better than my not so German accent. It drives Spikehill nuts. Shiri is a lot more patient with me, you know, and a lot more tolerant. Spikehill is just like, no, that's a terrible accent. No. Oh, do you know what I did? I've downloaded Reaper. And what I've done is on my phone, I recorded my piano playing, and I'm going to put it in Reaper and just add my singing over the top, and I'm going to upload that to YouTube in the subscriber section, the bits that you can see with a non-published link. I'm kind of excited about that. And then in time, hopefully I can get better at it, and then I want to turn the Joy 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 song into an actual maybe a jingle or something. Yeah. Reaper is a free door. Reaper is free for 60 days evaluation, and then it's only $60, so it's not like a super duper expensive door. It does a full door capability, and it is a door, but it has a one-term license fee of $60. I am looking forward to listening to it. I wrote a song, Miko, and I called it Mimey, and it's just a very basic ballad, but it reminds me of my aunt and growing up in Africa. So I remember when I was small, one of my memories is running in the field in Africa, and there were spider webs everywhere, and I didn't see it because I was just running. We were just children. And I remember my mother's face when we got to the little house, and there was just spider webs and spiders crawling all over me. My mom nearly had a heart attack, and my aunt Mimey was just there taking care of all that. So I just wrote a little happy ballad of that moment and thinking about her. It is fantastic. Annie, the running Zulu explorer. Hardly. But yeah, hardly. I had a Zulu friend. Her name was Mpho. Right, every door has a one-term license fee, but I'm glad you picked a real door and not the thing we talked about a couple of months ago. I still have that. Most doors have that license purchase if they aren't free like I have. I don't like GarageBand. I don't know why. I can't get into it. I can't get into it. I do like the idea of having GarageBand because I have it on my phone, but I just can't get into it for some reason. You're reminding me of Dora the Explorer. I don't know if you have that cartoon in Australia. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I do have a curious mind though, and even though I've been in many countries in the world, I find that I am equally as happy to explore it via the interweb or via a computer screen or via a television screen than I am actually being in there in person. It's interesting. I don't know why. But yeah. Dora the Explorer has that sneaky Snape or something. What's it? The sneaky fox? I've forgotten his name. No sniping. Sniper no sniping. That's right. Sniper no sniping. Swiper. Oh yes, Swiper no sniping. Yeah, that's cool. I found a new music stream actually. I quite like that. I think I'm hosting them in the AFK things. So yeah. I think, friends, that's pretty much where we'll end it. I'll send us to a music stream with TKKT Tony. I don't know if you guys, I call him TikTok Tony, but I don't actually know what his proper name is. The map song. Where's the map? Where's the map? How does the map song go? The backpack song is gold. I like the map song. I don't actually know how they go. Where's the map? Where's the map? Sounds familiar. Oh, you guys know it. Oh, you have to link it for me in Discord. All I can remember about Dora is sniper no swiping. Sniper no swiping. Swiper no sniping. And then where's the map? Where's the map? But I don't actually seem to remember the song. The Dora community is strong here. Oh yeah, is that our thing? I better up my game. We should make a map game. I always wanted to play. When I was small, my cousin had a game called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and she would never let me play it on a computer. Well, she never let me touch her computer, but I remember that it looked so cool. There was like files and little. There's like a little play card, and then there's like places. It looked really amazing. So yeah, Carmen. I can't find it, Miko. Is it still cool? Will it still be cool to play? I don't know. I don't actually know. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh look! Fireball Annie's mindfulness activity celebrating the day. Header, name and date. Stickfigure Feelings. No critical eye, no judgment. And 3 mindful moments. Look, I actually wrote it down. I guess that's why I love playing Genshin Impact. I started downloading Genshin Impact, but I had to uninstall it because somebody told me I'm being spied on. You like the heart banner? I did that when you went and you got your pencil. Yeah. I did that when you went and got your pencil. Alrighty, friendos, thank you for being here with me. thank you for sticking it out with me while the proverbial went down the fan, because it was touch and go. I was really nervous, and then it kept on resetting. I got I got really worried. I'll send us to Tony so that we can have some music in the background, but I'm going to take some snapshots and put this in Discord. And just thank you. Thanks for being here. Heart back at you, Diantha. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll kick off the raid for us. And I'll see you for an actual stream tomorrow. Miko says, thank you for streaming. Thank you for being here, Miko. We've missed you. We've actually missed you. It's good to see you. Thank you, love heart. And thank you back. Yeah, for sure. Love hearts. I love that little emote so much. She's so cute. That was me clicking my thumb. Ouchie. Yeah, we did. I found the game playable in browser but French. Close enough. Ooh, Whistler. Stream win? You're gonna have to show us. So yes, thank you for hanging. It looks like we're about to get a TikTok Tony countdown. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.